Are you so retarded you're gonna clear out your 401k to buy night vision? You better get a helmet and protect your brain. What's going on, everybody? Does your night vision fund look like a big bucket of quarters in the corner, like maybe one of those 5-gallon Sparklets jugs or something like that? This is the video for you. There's some products here on the table that we're gonna go over that you could put together and have a really nice night vision system. If you're gonna run headfirst into night vision, you're gonna need a helmet. This helmet right here is the Team Wendy LTP. It is a injection molded plastic bump helmet with a shroud built in. This has one of the best retention systems out of any helmet on the market, in my opinion. The pads are great. I mean, honestly, I've taken this retention system out of these helmets and put it in more expensive helmets. This is a great option. These are like 350 bucks. You really can't beat them if you're trying to put together a reasonably priced night vision system. Once you have a helmet, you're gonna need a way to mount night vision to that helmet. There are several different options. This is a Wilcox G24. These are kind of the gold standard. They are a little pricey, but some people look at this as an insurance policy on your night vision. These are great. Everything is adjustable. They come in different colors. They work with, you know, any standard shroud on any of the manufacturers. They're very high quality. But again, we are talking about budget options. This is a Neurotos Rhino mount. These have been around forever. We sell these on our website, I think, for like $130 with the J-arm. It's a night vision mount. It's not a lot of thrills. It does have adjustment, just like a G24, but instead of having a push button locking system on the bar here, the stow, it's just a force to overcome, which is significant. Some people really like these, some people hate them. It does not, I guess the only knock on it is it does not store the night vision as close to the top of the helmet as some people like, but it mounts the same way here in the shroud. Depending on the night vision system, you know, if you're gonna go with binos, you don't need a J-arm, but any of the monocular options will require a J-arm to interface with these night vision mounts. This PVS 14 right here has the standard USGI bayonet style mount. These actually are included with most PVS 14s that you buy if you need one. We include them with the Neurotos mount. G24s do not have a provision for this style interface, the bayonet mount. They default to a dovetail style mounting system, like this here on this Wilcox J-arm. This is another J-arm option, and it's much more expensive, but it is very nice. It has a push button here that lets you flip the night vision from side to side, so that's cool. The USGI has that function also. It's just not as rigid. This is a plastic J-arm, by the way, where the Wilcox J-arm is a combination of like heavy polymers and aluminum. This is a third option for J-arms. This is the Noisefighter AX14, very lightweight, relatively inexpensive. It will articulate from side to side just like the others, but this one has the added feature of a, I forget what they call this, but essentially it's a hinge in the middle. So when you bring this night vision into its stowed position, on the helmet, you can then articulate that PVS 14 back closer to the helmet, like you can with a binocular night vision system. It's a really cool feature. I like these a lot. I mean, in my personal opinion, I think this is the best option, but you can't go wrong with the other ones either. Now it's time to talk about the most expensive component of this night vision system, the night vision device. This is a Carson PVS 14. This actually has an Elbit Systems white phosphor tube in it, but we build these with 3 or 4 different types of tubes: Photonis, Elbit, L3. The Elbits are currently available in white or green phosphor. So, you know, if you really like the nostalgia of green phosphor, we've got a solution for you. It's a very robust housing. It uses Carson optics, and this is in the mil-spec configuration with the single 123 or the single AA battery compartment. You will see different variations of this housing with different battery configurations, lightweight options, but for the most part, this one is kind of the famous PVS 14. These start at, right now, this is, I think we're in March of 2023. These start at right around $2,800 depending on the tube selection. If you want something a little bit nicer and you don't mind giving up the manual gain function of a PVS 14, for a few $100s more, you can get into one of these right here. This is a Nocturne Tonto. These are very lightweight. They use a single CR123. They take all the same tubes as a standard PVS 14. However, they do not have manual gain. We build these with Carson or RPO optics. RPO and a Tonto built out with RPO optics it doesn't feel real. It feels kind of like a toy. It's pretty amazing. But in the sake of talking about more affordable night vision systems, I included this one because it's really not that much more money. The weight savings, I think, merit its inclusion. Just keep in mind, if you go with the Tonto, you're not going to have manual gain. So that's pretty important to us here at Custom Night Vision. We like manual gain when we can have it. So we've gone over helmets, we've gone over mounts, J-arms, and night vision systems. I guess the next thing I would talk about is not a necessity, because I mean, all that together is going to be a completely functioning night vision system. But when you have a night vision optic on the front of a helmet and nothing else on the helmet, sometimes it's going to feel very front heavy. At a minimum, I would recommend getting some sort of counterweight. You know, even with the PVS 14, especially with binos, if you don't have any kind of helmet mounted comms. A lot of times you can get away without one of these if you run a battery pack or a set of helmet mounted ear pro like what we have here. This is the OpsCore amps. We sell these with adapters to work with OpsCore or Team Wendy helmets. But this actually provides enough weight to offset most night vision devices. So if this is something you're considering doing later, you might consider saving money on the counterweight or make one at home, but we have these in stock. This is the Team Wendy low profile counterweight system. It's really nice. I mean, if you're gonna get a counterweight, this one's probably my favorite. It really balances the helmet out nicely with a PVS 14. They make a heavier option, more weights in it, it's a little bit larger if you wanna run something like a binocular, but that really comes down to personal preference, how much counterweight you want to run on the back. If you're waiting to buy night vision until you have $15,000, but that's going to be like 5 years from now, I would go ahead and continue saving money, but spend the money you do have now to get night vision and start training with it. I mean, this adds so much capability to whatever you want to do. Reconnaissance, shooting, you know, observing, walking your dog. It's a superpower, and you can have it tomorrow if you go to our website and buy it today. We've been over everything that we would include in a budget night vision system. If you have any questions, concerns, as always, shoot us an email, leave a comment down below, like, share, subscribe. We really appreciate that. It helps us keep making these videos. Thanks, have a great day.